As promised, we've got a close-up look of this new 1M25 at the National Farm Machinery Show. Show hasn't quite opened yet, so we've got pretty good access, Ken.
Yeah, nice and quiet in here and nobody around.
So we're gonna analyze some details that you might not see in some marketing paperwork and just kind of share some thoughts too. Let's get started. The hood has changed. We talked about that in the prior video. Now the hood all comes up as one piece, and here it is. This is how the hood flexes. The hood guard opens up just like this, just like we discussed. Initial opinions, this opens very nicely. It opens up high enough to get to this air cleaner. It's easy access for everything in there. Excellent access to the battery, to a cleaner screen. Look, tractor's been used some.
Already dirty, yeah.
Yeah, so that's good news. They've done some testing with it. Oil fill is over here. It's easy access. Oil check is down here. It's easy access.
The AC compressor is right here on top. Alternators under that. They had to move the exhaust back, so the muffler's in a different place, and the exhaust pipe now is angled out towards the tire now, over the tire, rather than straight forward where it hits the bucket or the snow blowers. It was always a problem.
The prior exhaust system always shot out forward. In the summertime, it ended up with soot all over your bucket.
Yeah.
In the wintertime, it would actually melt the snow on your blade or blower.
Right,
and then refreeze.
Refreeze, right.
Yeah, so that's probably a nice improvement there.
This belt, I believe, is new. This is actually a serpentine ribbed belt. The previous version has a ribbed, just a regular V belt, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, so this is actually a 5-rib serpentine belt. The loader's the same 120R loader.
Yeah, except the third function. And so the third function is well integrated here. We've got hard lines all the way down. One male, one female.
And I'm guessing if you were wanting to spend the money, you could buy the parts and adapt it to your 1 Series to add that.
Yeah, there would be no problem. Now, the older loaders had plastic here, so this is mounted to that top bracket. So we would have to go and buy a good bit here to make that adapt, but it would work. This is still a 120R loader.
They moved the bucket level indicating device onto the left side to clear for the third function, and I believe because of potential windshield issues, shattering of windshields. So on this model here, you don't need a key. Now, I don't know if the actual production model will change with the European standard of needing a tool to open the hood, but this one just has a button here. So there's a lock on the grill guard. You flip that, you slip this down, you push the button, and it just lifts right up that easy. It's got 2 gas shocks in the back, so it lifts right up. 2 headlights up in the grill.
Now we're going to take a more detailed look at the cab. A lot of this cab probably has not changed, Ken, even since before they added the air conditioning. But we've not really taken it that seriously because it wasn't applicable to very many markets, right? I mean, without air conditioning, these cabs get crazy hot, and so no one would want these except in the very far northern regions. So that's going to be the reason for our little bit closer look. Let's start by measuring the height. That's what a lot of people are interested in. We've got 2 high points. These look like places to mount.
Probably a strobe light.
Strobe lights, yeah, any sort of a flasher. And it looks like about 77.5 inches, maybe 78 on the back one back there. It might be just a tad bit higher back there, but should fit in a 7-foot door. That'll be lower than the ROPS on an open
A lot
station.
lower than the ROPS.
Now on the prior version, the window opened forward, and it needed to, right? I mean, because it would get mighty hot in there. Right. This one does not. It was a negative. A lot of people broke those front glass. If you'd have them open, you could hit the loader. There was other things that would happen so it makes sense to me that they would make that a fixed piece of glass now.
Right. And with the air conditioning, you don't need it, right?
Right. In the prior episode where we talked about this tractor, I surmised that this dash area was totally isolated and separated from the hood area, and that's not what we're seeing. So I was over optimistic there. In fact, we can put our fingers through here. This looks like an add-on cab. unlike what we're seeing from some of the competition, which truly separate and isolate that.
Right.
for sound and vibration
You can
purposes.
see that right here. You can see that where the hood breaks, but this is still the same dash piece. It's all moves. I don't know if you can see it in the video. And like Tim said, this is just a gasket here. You can actually stick your finger through there. It's just setting on top of the dash area.
Both the Coyote and the Massey are totally separated at that area. That is a difference. This is probably going to be louder. In fact, I don't think this will be any quieter than the prior generation based on some other things that we're going to show.
And maybe not as sealed as some of the other competition or the larger Deeres, where you actually have a sealed pressurized cab.
Yeah, so all of these levers, physical levers or levers, as some of you say, they go right down through little vinyl slits, and you can actually see open to the outside on every one of these. So it is not, well sealed. It's an add-on cab. Yes, it's factory installed, but it still has that technology of being add-on. On the positive front, we've got a fuse box up here with a bunch of blank switch plates, and that should allow expansion.
Yeah, some extra lighting or running a sprayer or...
Yeah, I don't know how much power is available up here, but I'm going to assume that there's a little bit of extra power that we could use for that situation. There is a radio that's an option. This tractor does not have it, okay? My understanding is there's only 3 of these tractors available right now, and I think 2 of them are at Tulare.
Okay.
Or Tulare. Some people told me how to pronounce that.
I'm thinking of the
in the
song,
comments.
Volare.
I don't think it's Volare, but
I had a Plymouth Volare in high school.
now the fender shape has changed a little bit. I think it's raised a little bit here to make this a little bit more flat. Okay, so I think that is going to give a little bit of a cubby hole here that you can use. This is the new one, Jason.
I've been waiting for a new decal. That looks good. Oh, it's great to be here with Tim looking at this new 1M. It's a great tractor and air conditioning. That's very nice.
Jason from Big Tractor Power stopped by. This is not a big tractor.
I like little tractors too. Everything from 18 horse all the way up to 1100 horse.
You've got a little international yourself,
I
right?
do have an International 234, but I'd like to have one of these 1Rs or 1Ms. It's pretty cool, and I like got the double door here, so get on either side. And it's a cool tractor.
Good stuff. Thanks for stopping by.
Good to see you. Take care. Make sure to subscribe to Tractor Time with Tim.
And subscribe to Big Tractor Power. That's where the big cool stuff resides.
Well, we get it all covered, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks a lot.
Even though we're less than 7 foot high at the top, I have like 3 inches, 2 to 3 inches above my head here. I've been in and out of this tractor 3 or 4 times, and I have not bumped my head. And I didn't really even think about it that much, so use that for what it's worth. We've got simple air conditioner controls here. We just have an on-off button. We have hot and cold analog dial, and then we have 3 speeds on the AC, just like you would expect. 2 speakers up front here. We don't even have the radio, and the speakers are already included. Got some air filtration back here, probably the return, and air vents right here by your neck. That'll be nice. All the controls appear the same to me, right? PTO, high-low range. The joystick feels the same. The 3-point lever is the same. Parking brake. None of this has changed. I really don't see much any different as far as the controls, nor is there any difference really between this and an open station version. I think it's essentially the open station version with a cab set on top of it. On the back side here, we've got the window open as far as it will open, which is maybe 4 inches beyond the back of the air conditioning. We see 2 or 3 things here that are interesting. One is the oil fill has been raised up. This is the oil fill on an open station right here. It's been raised up with a little hose and put up here. We discussed in the earlier video that we did not think the backhoe would be compatible, and I'm even more certain of that now.
Clearly not.
I'm certain they didn't change that. There's just no way with this air conditioner sticking back here that you'd be able to get your head under there. That just wouldn't work. This tractor does have the rear third function hydraulic option.
2 couplers there and the valve there.
Yeah, the valve's right here, and that allows the lever to be in a pretty accessible spot inside. So that's good on that. Now, as far as mounting accessories and things back here, this is really good. You've got some mount holes right here if you want to use. You've got a couple of holes here that may be for, who knows, this would be the license plate holder, but I don't know what, but
There's plenty of room there to actually drill holes there and mount, a third function valve set or, yeah, anything you wanted there. Even a tool holder across here. Of course, you have to watch interference with the window.
yeah. Now, we do notice that the washer kit sticks out a little bit from the rest of the cab. That could get scraped off, of course, but it's on there pretty sturdy.
This is the insulation for the rear of the cab. It's just basically a piece
of vinyl,
yeah.
Tarp material, basically.
Yeah.
It feels like. So it's not, it's not a complete isolation by any sense. Now this frame has changed under here significantly since I've been under one of these tractors. I did not see one of the 2025 versions, so I don't know when this change occurred, but there is now easy access to the grease fittings here, so you don't have the same concern that we've always had of accessing that grease fitting up there. The mid-mount mower kit is on this tractor, and I don't see any changes from prior versions other than it's factory installed. I did get some questions about the mower itself, and the mower is identical to before, so I don't think there's really any changes at all with respect to the mid-mount mower, except that this can be pre-installed at the factory. The original third function valve that Deere introduced for the 1025R was very hard to install, and it was done in a unique fashion, Ken. You're under there now. I believe in 2025 they changed the way this is done. What you got?
Yeah, they changed the loader SCV now, and the third function valve, solenoid valve, just literally bolts to the side of the loader valve, much like a regular stacked valve setup. So I can't really get pictures of that, but looking up here, it's very obvious that it would be very easy to add by taking this inner fender liner out. You could add that valve and hook the lines up to it. They come right down and hook up right here and then go up. So unlike before where on the Mouser cab ones, you had to literally take the cab off to add that third function.
Tractor Mike, everybody. Thanks for stopping by, Mike.
Good to see you.
Good to see you at the farm show. What's going on this year?
I just get here. I don't know yet.
Well, the bacon was good in the media booth.
Media room. That's important. Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by.
So we learned about that last year, right? Yeah, at this show. We talked about it, I think, last year. We got some inside information, but it's actually come to fruition now that adding that is a trivial task now versus a major endeavor. Unlike some of the 1 Series with the Mouser cabs that have a cylinder on the right-hand door, this one does appear not to have any type of mechanism to hold the door open or any handle like some of the other Mouser cabs had on the 1 Series. With the 2 Series, the handle that was on the 1 Series interfered with the loader joystick for some reason. I don't exactly know what changed up there, but I know that you couldn't buy the parts from the 1 Series and put on the 2 Series without modifying the joystick handle.
Now, another confirmation of something I said in the last video, this tractor does not have the 6-port single connector. So that
on the production model.
there is an option.
Okay.
Okay, so you can, if you choose the factory installed loader, you can choose it with or without the 6-port single point.
Okay.
And the way that 6-port looks like it rotates a little bit to give some easy access in there. That's a tight fit in there. So they did some good engineering to get all those hoses and everything to fit.
That's definitely a tight fit.
But this one doesn't have it. You can get it. Okay, so let's do one more measurement. Everybody's talking about how far this air conditioner sticks back. It looks like the frame itself is 14 inches. Time you get some lights and all, we're close to 16 inches. And Ken, even you
At 5'7"-ish.
can't fit under there.
No.
I don't know how much of a challenge that's going to be. Probably to hook up a PTO, I would hit it.
Yeah. I think the guys that mow a lot around trees, and a lot of the guys take the 3-point off for compactness, risk damaging that.
That's right. I take my 3-point off when I do the blade, and I would back up to houses and stuff when I was in Carmel.
Yeah.
I won't be able to do that near as much.
Yeah, that's definitely got to be aware of that, but that's the trade-off of having a low height to get in the garage door.
Well, guys, I think that's about it. That's about all we can see that is of imminent interest.
Yeah.
If we hear any more questions or comments throughout the show, we may come back with another follow-up on this. Meanwhile, we've got several episodes coming up from the show. There are several new tractors that have been introduced. I'm a little surprised. It's a slower year,
Yeah,
but
for
a lot
sure.
of new stuff being introduced, including one manufacturer that is making a radical change. Stay tuned for that one next. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim. Return to us, God Almighty. Look down from heaven and see. Watch over this vine, the root your right hand has planted, the son you have raised up for yourself.